Well, good evening, everyone. I'm really not rushing that fast here tonight. So we can spend time with Cindy and others and celebrate all the wonderful people in this room and all the great leaders, both elected and in our community. And let me just thank Joe for your very kind introduction, and more importantly for your friendship and your partnership. I always ask Joe what his secret is for all that energy that he has. I want to steal that magic from him so I can get more work done for the community and for the people. And I think, to just one of the points you made about how divided we are and seem to be, sometimes in extreme corners, it seems. Tonight is the antidote to that. Tonight is the counterpoint to that. We come here united in spirit with coming together, knowing that in partnership, in collaboration, in cooperation, allyship, that we're stronger, and that's what this country needs. So we need more intentional commitment to the opposite of what we're seeing across the country. As it's no surprise that it's happening right here, that it's on full display right here in California, in the Bay Area. That's who we are, that's what we do. And so more of that, please, as we continue to arise out of some of the challenges that we're facing. Let me just also share a number of thank yous tonight. First, thank you to the Indo-American Community Federation for inviting me, for giving me this opportunity to spend time with you on this very special evening. I want to thank all the civic, business, and elected leaders that are here tonight, not just for being here, but for what you do every day, for your business, for your community, for those who are counting on you as we face so many challenges throughout this state. I also want to thank Mr. Jivan Zucchi for including me and for starting this incredible community and what it means for so many people. You've touched a lot of lives, and so it's my pleasure, my honor to be a small part of it tonight. I know Congressmember Khanna is coming later tonight. I want to give him a shout out as well. And thank you to all of our other electeds here, our police chiefs, our Alameda County District Attorney, so many who get the job done every day. So one thing that's, I think, really important to recognize is what we're doing tonight, why we're here, these are our values. And so our California values are on full display tonight. We know that diversity is our strength. As the governor likes to say, diversity is not just something we tolerate, it's something that we celebrate. It makes us stronger, it makes us better. And it's a point of pride that over 1 in 4 Californians are immigrants. My mother and myself counted among those. It's a point of pride that we are home to the largest Indian American community in the United States at over 500,000 strong. And it's a point of pride that across our different ethnicities, cultures, faiths, and traditions, we come together tonight in celebration of unity. And as your Attorney General, we have a lot of work that we do that's very important, but one critical part for me at its core has always been to fight for our diverse communities, to fight for all of you. And that is something that I learned from my incredible parents. I call them fierce forces for fairness, Cynthia and Warren. I have a mom who is an immigrant from the Philippines who brought me here when I was 2 months old because of the rise to power of a dictator in the Philippines and the belief that I would have a better life here in California. And my parents, when we came to California, began immediately working for the United Farm Workers of America. They started collecting signatures outside of supermarkets in the Los Angeles area as part of the lettuce boycott, and then they got invited to go to the headquarters of La Paz. We lived in a trailer there. My older sister, my younger brother was born there, and my parents got $5 a week for their service to the union. My dad worked in the front office with Cesar Chavez. Dolores Huerta was there. My mom worked in the preschool. I got to work with her and know her. Philip Veracruz, one of the great Filipino-American leaders, not talked about enough, but so critical to that movement, was someone we would host in our trailer for Filipino breakfast when we would come for meetings with the UFW. That was one of the greatest social justice, economic justice, racial justice, labor movements in the history of our nation, history of our state, and my parents were part of it, I'm proud to say. And I got to be, I was there with them at that time. And when you're young, you don't appreciate everything that's around you. But as I grew older, I came to appreciate many things about that movement. And one of the most incredible things is that it was powerful in its collaboration. Filipino Americans side by side with Latinos, later many other ethnicities coming together in unity, in collaboration, in partnership, doing something that alone none of them could do, but together they could do anything. And that was the power of that movement. And it didn't matter when you were there, if you were black or white or Chicano, or Filipino or Indian. Everyone was there to affirm and fight for a fundamental truth that every person deserves dignity and every person deserves respect. And that's something I fundamentally believe to my core. I believe that as your Attorney General. And fighting for that is not something we can't take for granted. We need to fight for that. It's something that is always under threat, always at risk. And in recent years, we've seen the unacceptable rise of hate that undermines our humanity, our dignity, the respect of us as individuals because of who we are, where we're from, how we look, who we love, how we pray. And we have seen things that have been very painful to see. Some of us, unfortunately, have experienced it as well. Elders assaulted, businesses that have been vandalized, mothers and fathers attacked. The Indo-American community knows that pain all too well, unfortunately. And in the aftermath of September 11th, Indian Americans were victims of violent hate crimes and xenophobic rhetoric. And 2 decades later, in a recent survey by the Washington Post, we found that 1 in 2 Indian Americans have experienced recent discrimination. And we know that that is disturbing, that it's upsetting, and we know that hate has been around for a long time. It's been with us since the founding of this country, it's with us today. But we also know that coming together, joining in partnership to fight back and push back against the forces of hate, that's not new either. That's something that we've always done and will continue to do. And we work hard at work in the Attorney General's office. I created a Racial Justice Bureau in my second week in office to call out racial injustice throughout the state of California, to stand with communities that were suffering from and in pain because of the forces of hate. We issued new guidance and resources to our law enforcement partners to help better identify and investigate hate crimes. We encouraged prosecutors to start hate crime units if they hadn't had them already. And so I got your back. We're fighting side by side with all of you. Your fights are going to be my fights. And thank you. And so no matter where you're from, whether it's Mumbai or Michigan, Delhi or Daly City, in California, no matter where you're from, how you look, who you are, you belong. That's what makes California, California. And I do urge you, thank you.
Well, we pulled all the stops to make sure our Attorney General was able to get on. So, and he's working hard, he's moved very fast. He started at a hospital board, he was a city council member very soon, assembly member, and now he's our state Attorney General. And he has hit the ground running. I'm surprised he goes all the way from LA, San Diego, Sacramento, Yuba City, he's everywhere. You got to follow him on social media, I don't know how he does it. And most importantly, he's a humble guy, he works hard for the community, he's always available, always accessible. So we wholeheartedly support you and wish you the best. And thank you always for supporting us.